So today we're going to be talking about the ilium, and this is from a right hip bone. So the ilium is a fan-shaped bone that forms the superior and posterior portion of the pelvic girdle, and most superiorly you'll find the iliac crest. So at the anterior end of the iliac crest is the anterior superior iliac spine, which is this right here. This is the anterior superior iliac spine. And here you will find the anterior inferior iliac spine right here. And here you will find the posterior superior iliac spine and the posterior inferior iliac spine, and here you will find the greater sciatic notch. Today I'm going to be talking about the pelvic girdle. The pelvic girdle is also known as the innominate bone or hip bone. So here we have one hip bone, and here we have two together that make the girdle. The pelvic girdle has a direct bony attachment to the vertebral column, and it articulates the sacrum here with the sacroiliac joint right here. The pelvic girdle, or two-paired hip bones, actually has two sets of three bones on each side that fuse together during adolescence. So we have the pubis here, and we have the ilium, which is here. This is the ilium. And we also have the ischium, which is down here. And even when you flip over the bone, you have the ilium up here and the ischium down here. So we're going to start talking about the ilium. This is from a right hip bone. The ilium is a fan-shaped bone that forms the superior and posterior portion of the pelvic girdle, and most superiorly you'll find the iliac crest, and you should be able to feel this on yourself as well. At the anterior end of the iliac crest is the anterior superior iliac spine. Yes, the anterior superior iliac spine, which today we're going to be talking about the ischium. So the ischium is the L-shaped bone making up the inferior and posterior portion of the pelvic girdle. The ischial body is up here. It is the thicker part, is the thicker upper portion, whereas the ramus is the thinner portion which fuses together with the pubis. So this is the ramus, which is the thinner portion. Up here we have the thicker portion, which is the body. So here we have the ischial tuberosity is down here, and the lesser sciatic notch is right here. So this is tuberosity. This is the lesser sciatic notch, and here we have the ischial spine. So today we're going to be talking about the pubis. The right and left pubis are the only elements of the pelvic girdle that come together in a sagittal midline. They do so at the pubic symphysis, which is right here. Above and below the symphysial region are the robust superior ramus, which is the superior ramus is right here. This is the superior ramus of the pubis, and here is the inferior ramus of the pubis. The superior and inferior ramus of the pubis, and the obturator foramen is this right here. This is the obturator foramen. The obturator foramen is relatively larger on dry bones, and it is almost entirely covered by the tough arbitrator membrane in life. So here we have a pelvic girdle, and today we're going to talk about the difference between the male and female. So male usually have closed or smaller once they're fused together. As you can see, this is a female one because it is rounder in size. If you are able to clench up your fist and put it through to symbolize the head of a baby, you can tell that it is a female pelvic girdle. Today we have a right femur, and starting from the bottom, we have the medial epicondyle and the lateral epicondyle, and the medial condyle and the lateral condyle. We also have the intercondylar notch, which is the space between the two condyles. We have now moving to the top side, we have the greater trochanter, which is up here. This is the neck, and this is the neck, and we have the head, and here we have the intertrochanter line, and this is the lesser trochanter. So greater trochanter, lesser trochanter here. We also have the linea aspera, which is going to be this right here, this line right here. Here we have a right tibia, and there are two bones in the lower leg, and only the tibia supports the weight of the human. So this is the tibia, and the other side would be the fibula, which is a smaller, skinnier bone. And the tibia is distinguished by having approximately a triangular cross-section. So it's going to be here. So here we have the this is the lateral condyle. Sorry, this is the medial condyle here, medial condyle, lateral condyle, tibial tuberosity, and this is where the head of the fibula goes. We also have the medial malleolus, which is going to be this part of the bone, which, as said, medial, it's the part that goes to the medial side of the body. Here we have a right fibula, and the fibula is the most slender and lightly built of the long bones of the appendages. So the muscles attached to it, and it is also important for the movement of the ankle joint. It articulates with the tibia approximately at its head and distally at the talus. So the lateral malleolus, which is this part down here that forms the ankle, and if I show it to you in action, here we have the medial part of the tibia. It goes together like this. And the fibula forms the outer part, which is the ankle. The lateral malleolus. So this is the medial malleolus of the tibia, and the lateral malleolus of the fibula.